Remember the day Rich called and said, "Hey, I was praying and your name came to mind." And I thought, oh God. And he said, would you consider hosting an intern? There's a wonderful girl who has decided to commit to our internship program. She's already quit her job. She's on her way. And she's going to be trained up to go back to China as a missionary. And I thought, wow, you would think of us to be involved in a role like that? It was really exciting, and we couldn't wait. And of course I got a little nervous because I hadn't met this person before, and I didn't know if we were the right family, if we would do things the right way. But then we went to the airport, and I remember she walked past us when I was holding her the sign with her name on it, and I knew that was her. So I looked, and she was on her phone, probably texting me to find out if we were on our way. And I saw her, and I showed her the name because I didn't know how to say her name, and she said yes. The moment I saw her, I knew this was going to be good. I knew we were going to be friends. I knew this was going to be impactful. I didn't know at the time how impactful it was going to be for me. And it truly was. It wasn't long after C had moved in with us that I heard music, and I heard her singing, and I realized she's worshiping. She is singing and worshiping God all by herself. And I thought, wow, I know how important that is to do, but I don't do it. I'm too restrictive. And to hear her worship like that was a beautiful sound. It was a beautiful sound to the Lord, and it was a beautiful sound for me to observe and hear. And I just realized we come from two very different experiences in our church life. In our relationship with God, it's very different. We were coming really from two different places, but over time we really came to understand each other and value those differences and appreciate those differences. When we would talk, she would say, "Let's pray." That was her first thought, "Let's pray." And I thought, well, we can solve this problem first, and then we'll talk to God. And she was like, no, God first. Oh yeah, that's right. So just how much that she put God first in her life really gave me freedom. Gave me freedom in my relationship with God to be in worship and to be in prayer. And one of the really impactful things was when I was having a conflict with a woman in my cell group, and I told C about it, and she spent probably 2 hours working this through with me, and she identified the point at which I was becoming self-protective and unloving to my friend. And she said it in a very gentle way, but very significant way for me to see where I was reacting sinfully against my friend and unloving. And it really helped change my attitude to go to my friend and apologize for how I had been unloving. And I think it was just really, really a gift for me to have this young woman from China, from the other side of the world, different church experience, different styles, work through problems with me. And I didn't have to be this mature person. I didn't have to have it all together. She was my friend. She loved me just as I was, just as I am. And I think hosting is one of the most wonderful things you can do. To meet someone like her and have a friendship with her. It's a blessing. It's a privilege. And changed my life.